Hello gin fans and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be talking all about Bombay Sapphire gin. I'm going to review it, I'm going to tell you what it tastes like, and then I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, which tonic waters work best. As always, I've done them off camera, so I've tried it with, I think we did 15 different tonic waters for this one. So I've tried it with that. That's what's coming up in this video. If you are new to this channel and if you really like these videos, then I'd love you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. My aim is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I think that will happen sooner rather than later. So thank you to all those guys that have subscribed so far. That's brilliant. And if you have subscribed, if you haven't clicked that little bell notification, then hit that little bell icon as well, because that will notify you every time I set a video live. At the moment it's every Friday and every Wednesday and every Friday, but as of maybe next week, maybe the week after, there will be another video coming out. So 3 videos a week at least. That's what we're going to get in for. Anyway, let's waffle more gin. Today, as I mentioned, Bombay Sapphire. I finally rocking this out on my channel. I've given this some bad press over the last couple of years, not because I don't like it, simply because I think in my world the gin has evolved. It's gone into all these weird and wonderful flavours. This is an absolute classic and it stands by that. Now let's give you a question first. Question of the video: are you a Bombay Sapphire fan? Have you drunk it since the start, since when it launched? Have you recently found it? Do you like Bombay Sapphire? Simple yes, no in the comments below. Right, Bombay Sapphire launched 1987, I do believe, and back in those days it was launched by Bacardi. It was part of the Bacardi portfolio. Now the story behind it is they actually created and launched this gin to try and convert vodka drinkers over to gin, because back in those days the gin market was pretty terrible. Gordon's was perhaps, probably the premium upsell in a lot of pubs. We had a lot of own brand gins. Quality wasn't there, so Bombay got released. And little known fact, probably for a lot of you, actually, and I've mentioned these guys so many times on these videos, it was actually distilled by G&J distillers from up in Warrington. Those guys that I keep mentioning, contract distillers for so many gins in the world, let alone the UK. So that's who originally made it. And they only took it in-house in 2014 when they opened Laverstoke Mill. And if you haven't been there, I urge you to go, because that is one of the best distillery tours in the UK. It's a stunning venue, purpose built, sort of halfway in between Basingstoke and Andover in Hampshire. So sort of where are we? Southwest, sort of outskirts of London, out the M25, and heading towards Cornwall. If you're going to Cornwall the back way, go that way. Anyway, so that's when they took it in house, 2014. Now the reason I've given it some bad press, it's such a delicate gin. It's one of the very few gins that's still distilled by vapour. So a lot of the gins these days, when they're stills, they'll boil all the botanicals and all that, and all the heat is getting all the flavour out of those botanicals, and they collect the vapour, and that's the alcohol. Bombay do it slightly differently. What they do is they boil a neutral spirit, and then all the botanicals are in kind of nets, mesh, up the still, up the column. So it's all the vapour is collecting all the botanicals, if you like, all the flavours coming out that way. So you can guess it's a much more delicate gin than the big robust sort of London dry gins out there. And that's why, you know, for me, it makes a great sort of martini gin, but actually it's so delicate for me. If you mix it with too much tonic water, which a lot of places will do, then you kind of lose the point of it. So that's kind of Bombay in a nutshell. Now, to smell it, see, you don't even get that massive waft of juniper going up there. It's such a delicate gin. But it is a lovely gin if you drink it neat. It's one of those that you could really handle drinking neat. You get a little bit of floral, a little bit of citrus going down there, a little bit, tiny little bit of heat. But that's it. Now, Bombay also sort of smashed Gordon's out of the water with their marketing as well. Got to think, in those days we didn't have Facebook, YouTube. There was no real clear way to get your message out there about your products. Newspaper advertising, a bit of TV if you had the budget, but that's it. Now, Bombay came out with their iconic blue bottle, and they've had that ever since. But they were the first gin to actually list their botanicals, and quite why Gordon's and people like that keep it a secret still, I don't know. But got Bombay, let's go that side, we start off this side. There, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 botanicals in here. So we've got juniper, we've got lemon peel, we've got coriander, angelica, and orris. And they even tell you where they get it from as well. Juniper from Italy, lemon from Spain, coriander from Morocco, angelica, orris. And then this side we've got grains of paradise from Africa. We've got cubeb berries from Java, we've got cassia bark from India and China, almonds from Spain, and licorice from China as well. So they're really telling you all about the gin. You know, they're not hiding anything from it. Now, I think that's told you as much as I wanted to kind of tell you. As I say, it was, you know, most supermarkets will sell this now. 16, 18, 20 quid a bottle. You know, it is out there. You don't need affiliate links or anything like that to get this gin. Every supermarket sells this gin. Every wholesaler, every shop sells this gin. It's so out there. And the one thing I have got to tell you about Laverstoke Mill and the volumes that they do. Now, I've read this. I can't quite get my head around this. I've written the numbers down somewhere. There we go. No, that's not the numbers. I think I've written in the blog. They reckon Laverstoke Mill produces 25 million litres of this a year. Now, when you break that down, I've broken it down something different on here. It's 2.3 million cases on there. I think that it breaks down roughly to 100,000 bottles a day. I think that's the calculation I did. 100,000 bottles of Bombay a day. In my head, that is absolutely astronomically massive, and I don't quite comprehend whether that's true or not. But if it is, if that 25 million bottles, 25 million litres a year is true, wow, you can see the size of their operation. Anyway, tonic-wise, that's what you want to know. I've tried this with a whole load of tonics. My top two, though, what I'm going for, is Fever Tree Mediterranean. I think because of the kind of little bit of citrus going in there, I think the Fever Tree Mediterranean is an absolute classic for that one. But here's my surprise for you as well. I'm really getting into Merchant's Heart tonic waters. Put that down there. I've got a new camera angle. Let's make sure that gets in there. I really think Merchant's Heart are some brilliant tonic waters. They have the effervescence, that's the posh word for you. The bubbles, the fizz is just astronomical. It's one of the most fizziest tonic waters out there. It's made by Suntory Beam Global and imported out. Strangely, I can only ever find it in Sainsbury's at the moment, but they've got quite a few in the range. This is their floral tonic, a little bit of hint of citrus in there, and I think, for me, that is without doubt my favourite combination for that. Bombay Sapphire and that kind of Merchant's Heart floral tonic water. And they've also got pink peppercorn, they've got a natural and a light, they've got a ginger ale out there. Sainsbury's have got a hibiscus as well. Sainsbury's got the whole range. But for me, that floral tonic water, it's about £1.20 a bottle with Bombay Sapphire. I think that is an absolute classic gin. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. In the next video, I've got something really cool to show you that will change the way I do the gins in the future. And then after that, I have got bathtub gin. So I'll catch you next time.